Hey, welcome everyone. Rabid here. Can you guys hear me all right? This is my first AMA live stream. Let's go see if I can get some music here somewhere. Let's see if that's not too loud for you guys. There we go. How's that? Everybody hear everything? Not quite sure what my delay is. It's a little bit. I do not have any ugly rig picks. I only have like one or two since our last stream last week with our giveaway. And we haven't had many since then, so no ugly picks. They got to build up before we do some ugly rig pictures. So as you can see here, we are in the red everywhere almost. So it's probably not a good Sunday for some of you, but hopefully everyone's having a good Sunday. Now let's get down to some questions. It is a live AMA. What do you think about Ravencoin? Will it be the next Ethereum? Probably not. But who knows if some people take it over and start building off it. Mining wise, it's looking pretty good currently, but I don't know. Once 2.0 hits, that hash rate's going to go through the roof through a lot of coins, and profits will drop. So, questions. Hash rate here. Look at since January 1st, look at that spike, just started climbing. My chat not working? Is this coming through all right? People hear me? Ah, there we go. Stuff's coming through now. Yes, I am in Canada. That's correct. Alberta, to be precise. That is why I have the Canadian prices on here. Let's swap that over to USD. Most of you probably gather that. What coin will I mine after ETH 2.0? It's hard to say. You can't predict tomorrow's profitability based on today. I do have what to mine popped up here. We'll just have a look. So let's go to a 3060 Ti rig. I guess I got 4 of them. We'll just guess off this. Turn all these back on. So if we took Ethereum out of the equation, I guess we'd probably move on to Conflux. It's getting pretty high up there again, but oh, look at their hash rate too, but they are at 66 cents now. Now, if, say, a bunch of you swapped over to Conflux right now, this would dramatically drop. So that's what I kind of mean here is Kapow here. If Ravencoin did get after 2.0 and all the hash rate comes here, it'll bring up the difficulty of all these coins a lot, depending on who keeps mining and who sells their hardware. And the profits will just tank. Also, price, you need a high price range. So if somebody does adapt it somehow and causes that price increase, then it could become a lot more profitable. But currently, just looking for future, all these prices are all these profits will drop quite a bit. I'll take reading some of these here. Hi from Portugal. Well, hello there. Hi back from Canada. Smash that likes, guys. That's right. Thank you, crypto. Oh, thank you, Joseph. Did the 8 port? Oh, I think. Do you mean RebTech all in one there? Ordering. They are kind of difficult to order because they give you like when you email them, then they give you like what they want, your info, and then you gotta kind of go back to them again with your info, and then they'll ask for like a payment, and then it takes like 2 or 3 transactions to finally for it to go through. But then they'll ship it within 1 or 2 days of the payment. Once they actually do ship it, it only takes like, I don't know, it took about a week for it to show up to right here in Canada, to me anyway. Oh, thanks Hulk Hogan. Can you hear me good? I have two RX 580s that run 30 mega hash, and I put them into one rig. Drops to 10 mega hash. Do I know why? Are those 4? Oh, I guess they must be 8 gig because it's 30 mega hash. Make sure your 4G encoding is on. Make sure everything's running GPU for your video output. In your motherboard settings there, your iGPU would be called. And then make sure you're using the first 2 slots ×1 generation. I use auto on mine, but sometimes some motherboards are picky. You do have to use ×1, ×2. Just try them all, see if it'll work. But usually it's ×1 for everything. You only need 1 time speed when it comes to with your risers and mining. Take long to ship, Joseph? No, it only took like a week by the time. When they finally did ship it out, when I got the notification, it took about a week to get to me. Hey, Max Voltage. Oh, you're in Washington State? Got some more questions going on here. I do have a slight delay. Actually, I wonder if I can do a delay test here. Alright, I'm going to put a 1 in chat and just let me know when you guys get it. I'm going to count in my head just so I can get an estimate of my delay. So here I go now. Okay, so I counted to about 11, so I guess if I cut that in half to try and get to you guys, so that's only about like 5.5 second delay. That's not too bad. So yeah, nice little lag test there. Before this, I was on what was it called, ExploreNet, because I'm out in the country and it's hard to find decent internet. So I was on like through satellite ExploreNet, and they only had a 1 meg upload speed with a 50 down. So like when it came to uploading videos and stuff, it took me forever to upload anything. And then on top of that, I never even tried to live stream. Then Talus finally came out. They have a 10 meg upload, but when I do speed tests, it's about 6. So yeah, it seems to actually work out for streaming. Listen and follow from Scotland. Appreciate all your what is story on the 3060. Well, thank you very much. Crypto. What's your thoughts on NiceHash? I first started on NiceHash on my gaming PC. That's how I just kind of learned everything, because it is a nice little learner tool, because you can see when it changes its algorithms, what miners it chooses, and how it actually plays out. Down the road, I swapped over to just mining my own coins, and in a way, it's almost easier once you actually figured out to mine your own coins than it was just through NiceHash. But another thing about NiceHash is, unless you use NiceHash OS, then you can change your overclocks for each algorithm. But if you're doing the desktop version, unless they changed it, it's been a while. But if you set it to, it's not really set it and forget it. Like I had like OCD constantly watching it once I figured stuff out. So if it switched between Raven and Ethereum, I'd have the presets and Afterburner, and I had to keep swapping back and forth. So every time I saw it switch, I was like, okay, gotta switch my overclocks. So unless you set something maybe in the middle or something, then you know it's kind of set it and forget it. But when it comes to maximizing your profits off NiceHash, you do have to have different overclock settings, and you got to constantly switch. So that is kind of a pain, but you can do all that with NiceHash OS. But supposedly it's not the greatest thing to use, and it's a lot harder than pretty much doing anything else. So I hope that helped a little bit with NiceHash. Overall, who knows when it comes to like when say crypto crashed tomorrow, it's on its way down, but it's not a crash. Like back in a couple of years ago when crypto was way down, people were profit switching. NiceHash could be good for that. It is a good possibility. That way you don't have to watch coins every day and constantly swap. You think it's so, Max? Well, you never know. It's a possibility. Just to show Ethereum who's boss. You imagine though, like if anybody caught that live, I know Max Voltage watched it most likely. A lot of other people with the stream yesterday about the MEV and all that, and what could happen to implement 2.0. And they actually said they'll do anything, but this is how I heard it. They'll do anything to have a secure network, but they still don't want to pay the miners. So they don't really want to do everything. And at the same time, they're talking about if a whole bunch of hash rate moved over to NiceHash, that would cause 51% attacks if enough did move over. And if that did happen, that could also cause a strain of implementing 2.0 that much faster by cutting corners and trying to just throw it out there. So a lot of things could happen. The future does look quite interesting. Yes, I think we're being baited as well. It's like they try to give you something you want to hear, and then like it's like the news and the government's almost. I hope I don't get banned for that or something, but they tell you something now and then like a month down the road, it's like they totally forgot they said that before, and they totally change everything they said and expect people to forget what they said last month. So like it's kind of weird how that goes around. You just got to pay attention and watch things and try to remember stuff, because they will cover stuff up and say like it never happened. So something to look out for. CPU power to PCI power is safe for powering a 1660 Super. CPU power. Are you meaning like your 8-pin from the ATX power supply, your CPU out? I would not recommend powering anything off that. Only use your PCI Express. I don't know what the actual pins and anything and voltages are rating for, but I would not use anything other than PCI Express to be your safest bet. 16.6 Supers don't use that much power, but still, I wouldn't chance it. Is there going to be a way around the 3060 non-TI limitation? You know, that's something everybody would like to know. It could be possible. There's a bunch of smart people out there that mine crypto, a bunch of smart people that just like doing stuff for fun. Someone could hack that BIOS. They could unlock it. They could switch everything around. There's talks of possibly Max Voltage actually might know more on that, but there's talks about possibly a new pill coming out for that card. Who knows if the what's her name? Oh, God Girl, or I can't remember her name, but the developer of the pill may release something. She may not. Who knows? I guess it depends how it goes. Yeah, just like Hulk Hogan said, same as that pill, that could be released later on. Yeah, or a whole new BIOS and privatized drivers could come out as well too. We just don't know. Anything's possible though. There's always people trying to tinker with stuff and change stuff. Temp slump? Most likely it could just be a slump. It's hard to say. We don't know. Crypto's hard to predict. It's like BBT said the other day, wait till those stimulus checks come in, because I don't know when that is, being from Canada, so I don't know when you guys are actually going to get that. I watch the news and they tell us that that stuff's coming to you guys, but they don't give us dates on anything like that. So it would be, from my perspective, interesting to see how the prices roll out when that actually comes into play. So they could go back up again. There could be another jump. There could be another crash. It could go either way. Yeah, exactly what Max just said. You know, NVIDIA throws out a challenge, and that just makes people try harder to say, hey, look what we did. So I wouldn't doubt it. I'd give it a month or two, but who knows? Like, look how long it took for the 5700 XTs to become what they are now. That took a little while till someone finally got all that stuff worked out with the BIOSes. So it could come, though. You never know. People are flashing 3080s. NVIDIA's, you don't usually flash, but people are tweaking them. I am not a trader. Or sorry, for Andre here, do I think ETH will rise again or go even lower? I can't tell you that. I'm not a trader. When it comes to trading, I'm horrible at it. Usually when I go into something, it'll go down. So I guess I could just tell you guys what I plan to go into, and then you guys can know not to go into it. But no, I'm not a trader. I don't really trade. I just use my crypto pretty much to find GPUs to test for you guys and support my channel for the most part. The mining cards, I don't know. That could be any time. But at the same time, I think Red Panda and a couple other people said we may not even see those, because all those cards are going to be going to huge farms. People probably already have orders on them, and as a residential miner, we may not see them. Or maybe one or two that shows up on eBay every once in a while, but that's about it. My music just died. What happened? Oh, never mind. My headset knob got turned down. My next giveaway. Yeah, I don't know. I am coming up to 3,000, but I don't really have anything to give away right now. Can't afford anything. But who knows? We'll look into it, see what's happening. Sometime in the future, we'll have another giveaway. I just can't tell you when yet. New mining card release date. I'm not actually sure. We can go have a look at that. They're probably already out for some people. Confirmed to be touring. I do not know if they actually have a launch date for these or not yet. Nothing wants to pop up for an actual launch date. If you have a question, please at Rabid Mining me. That way I can kind of sort out the questions a little bit easier. Son of a Tech did a good video on the slump, but that said, Sundays are normally slower. Yes, that's true. And he did do a really good video on the slump. He has a lot of insight, Son of Tech. New GPU for crypto might solve the NVIDIA supply. No, it won't. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea when that actual card is going to be released. What am I mining and what pool? I am currently mining Ethereum on Flexpool. Everything's pointed at Ethereum for me currently. Oh, hold on. I got the little one knocking on my door. Okay, sorry. What do we got here? Kept the good work. I haven't missed it. Only found your channel recently, but been looking into Helium mining at all. I've heard about that, but I never really looked into that myself. And if so, what's your opinion? Much love from Ottawa. Well, thank you, and much love back from Alberta. I've heard about it. I haven't looked into any of it myself. I'll try to get more aspects on other coins, but currently... Oh, did we just... Oh, never mind. I just tricked myself because I went back to USD. I thought we just had a big crash from 17 to 13. Yeah, cancel that. No crash happening at the moment. Thought I'll go back. A little delay. I doubt it, because the whole reason they went to Random X for Monero is that they wanted to keep ASICs off the network, and there's no ASICs on Random X that I know of still, as far as I know anyway. But yeah, as far as I know, it will still be CPU till the next update, whenever they put that out. At the same time, what was it? Google will still, it's like, what do we do? Sometimes if you type in Monero mining, Google will still tell you that it is profitable on GPUs, and it is not. Monero GPU mining. Maybe they changed it, but a few weeks ago, they're actually saying you can still use GPUs, which you can, but it is definitely not profitable at all. Let's take a look. I do not see anything. Okay, now I can't find nothing, but yeah. Google does tell people that GPUs are profitable when it's not, so keep an eye out for that. Thoughts of mining on 1080 still? Sell them or run them while they can? Well, actually, what are they going for with now? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at eBay. $1080 Ti. So this is Canadian prices. I am not sure. Well, what is a 1080 Ti? What was it? Our MSRP back in the day. Look, some of these up to $1,000. I don't know if they're selling or not for that, but if you can get a good price for them, maybe sell them. When it comes to actually buying GPUs, I don't recommend it right now because it is extremely hard unless you can get like an order straight in from MSRP. Am I gonna mine CFX or Raven? We went through this a little bit earlier. I do not really know. I won't know what I'm gonna mine after 2.0 comes out until it actually happens, and it will take a little bit after that till you actually know when that happens. Do the fact, like, we go through it. Ethereum, look at all this hash rate here. Like, where are we at right now? We're at 422 terahash. So I guess we could have used this 392. It's a little off, but like, look at 1 terahash, 2.65 gigahash. Raven's at 9 terahash. Like, you pull 400 terahash depending who sells and who doesn't, and when the time comes, you got to make the right call. Because right now, GPU, I'm not telling anybody to sell right now. This is still 2 years down the road. But if everything is really high, and you know that this is coming, all this difficulty is going to spread across these coins, dramatically increase everything, and it's going to be switching for a while until everything finally settles out. Once it hits that equilibrium, then we'll know where everything kind of settles. Obviously, a price will be dependent, but say we're looking at this right now. Say ETH died right now, everything floods this. Say everything went straight to Ravencoin, you'd probably be lucky if you're making a penny. 2 cents or so, right? Like, seriously, like, that is a lot of terahash coming into here. But that's if it flooded that. Like, it's going to be spread around. People are going to be trying Octopus, Conflux. People are going to be trying Firo, BitTube Cash. Like, it'll be bouncing around everywhere. And then when it finally evens out, then you can kind of see where we can mine without it jumping. If you went straight to Octopus, you know, today you might be making lots. Tomorrow people might have switched to it, and it'll be down. Then people will leave and try something else. It'll just be bouncing like crazy. So you really got to wait for everything to even out, and then the prices and everything to see how everything falls into place. But it's just going to be huge when that actually comes. On top of that, it might be safer just to sell everything you got. Honestly, so unless you're running as efficient as you possibly can, which is why I sold actually all my 580s, and I'm just trying to get 3060 Ti's because currently they are the most efficient card out there. I kept my one actual 580, 4 gigabyte for testing purposes. But yeah, profitability will tank for a while. People will be swapping coins. That might be a time when NiceHash probably sees a big influx as well, because it'll profit switch for you. So who knows? A lot of stuff's going to happen. I hope that kind of answered the Conflux or Raven. Right now, like, obviously it looks like I go straight to Conflux, even though there's kind of a hate there because they lied to a lot of miners in the community. When they first came out, they were at what, a 7 block reward, and they said they had a promise of no halving for 4 years. And then what was it, like a year later, a few months later, I'm not sure how long they were actually out for, but they said they had a community vote, and it just dropped straight to 2 block reward. So they over halved it, like they 70% cut. And then at the time, it was at about the same terahash now, a little more. It was 1.3 or something, and they were more profitable than ETH at the time on NVIDIA GPUs. And when that happened, it went down to 39 cents. My 2080 was going to get like $3 a day or something, while ETH was like $2.50 or something. This is when ETH was around, I don't know, what was it, $400, $500 Canadian. And yeah, I was making about $2-3 a day on Conflux. They did that, and the same day I was down to 29 cents. So it dropped dramatically. So then from that point, they lost a lot of hash rate, and the profit slowly came up because the difficulty dropped. So that's one thing you got to understand. The difficulty dropped. A bunch of miners took off. They're mad. Profits just tanked, and the profits slowly creeped up as miners left. So that's what you're going to see here too, is the difficulty is going to spike on everything, and just profits will tank. If you guys got that. Now I'll go back, see if I missed some questions here. I only have 5As. That's alright. If that's all you got, that's what you use. But they're still mining. They're doing good right now. Let's take a look at your 580s. And also, lot has to play with your power price. Say 6 card rig. So you're doing $12 a day after power if you're at 10 cents kilowatt hour. 13 without if you're not paying for power. Zelcore, yeah. Yeah, that's insane. The network hash rate is just going through the roof. January 1st, because right now I'm currently doing a Flexpool, but honestly, it's not going to be 100% accurate. If it comes out, I did my December profit thing with Ethermine. So I'll look at our 273 terahash to the 30th. Like we hardly went up. What is that, like 20, 18 or something? 22, something in there. But now, if I get even close to the same amount of profits on Flexpool in 1 month as I did on Ethermine, that just proves that's if I get the same or a little bit less. That means Flexpool would be better payout wise, because look at this difficulty rating. It just shot up. So it's harder to mine right now. And if I come up with the same amount of Ethereum mined, which I think in the month of December I was around 1, little over 1, and I'm getting pretty close. It's been about a couple weeks now and I'm over half, so I'm almost there. So it's looking quite interesting. Obviously a lot plays into gas fees and there's so many factors that determine, but I'm also dealing with a higher network hash rate here, so a higher difficulty level on this test than I was in the month of December. So a lot of factors going into this little testing thing I'm doing. All right, next question. Jeff, when mining altcoins, where do you generally mine it to? Do you have a hardware wallet? And if so, what ones do you recommend? I use usually with the altcoins and everything, I use Exodus, but at the same time I heard that they've been having some issues with some things. I don't know if it's a security thing or something else. So until I find out more detail, I won't recommend Exodus to anybody, but I do use it myself. I'm just saying. I have it on there. I also have a Ledger, the old Ledger. Is it the X or the S? The one that is not Bluetooth. I bought one of those a long time ago and I like hardly never use it. And I just started using it. I'm going to transfer like my XMR and everything into it. And then I'll probably just cold storage that for a while. Fundamental. Yeah, Flexpool should be more profitable, but we're still doing this test. So we're going to find out because all depends on blocks mined, big blocks, little blocks, finding blocks. But they are picking up some momentum here. They're gaining quite a bit of hash rate. If I have 1200 watt PSU, can I use all of it safely when mining, or will that kill my PSU? HP server power supplies, they're supposed to be ran at their higher limits, but running at actual max, I'm not 100% sure. Every time I run everything, I still always try to keep it around the 80%. You also got to remember, you're mining Ethereum right now. Are you mining Ethereum? Moman? Sorry if I butcher your name. I'm bad at names. But if you're mining Ethereum right now, you also got to keep in mind some wiggle room. If you say, like I said, if ETH dumped today, people are mining off it and they just go and switch coins, you got to think, you swap over to Conflux, you swap over to Ravencoin, you're going to have to up your core and everything, up your watts. You're going to be using a lot more power. So when you do that, are all your rigs going to go over your power supply limit? Are you running SATA? You shouldn't be running SATA, but a lot of people are. Are you running SATA? You do all that, you're going to start burning stuff. You're going to be blowing up power supplies. So try and build for your maximum. That way you don't have to upgrade tomorrow when, it might not be profitable. You don't want to be spending money when, you're making less. So do it all right the first time. That way if you do have to swap, you don't have to worry about that. If that makes sense. Do you understand? Okay, I started Ethermine and it was like a 13-day, 18 with Flex. So you stayed on Flex longer because you liked it, or you just staying there longer? Oh, hey, Yashnik, what's up? What's going on? There's another Canadian guy right there. He's probably going to have the best pool in the world soon, but that's inside information, so hold on. All right, do we have any more questions out there? Anything at all? Oh, Panda's probably napping now. I was going to stream earlier, actually. I was ready to get my stream ready. And I clicked it on. I saw Panda was on part 2 of his 3080 rig. I'm like, okay, well, he has like probably 3/4 of the whole internet on his stream. So I guess I'll wait till later. Canadian pool. Rambler, max voltage. On order, 253. See, that looks like a wicked price, but then at the same time, I suck at USD prices. I just don't know if they're good when it comes out. Oh, oh, look at that. We're coming up. Oh, no, are we down again now? Oh, we're in the high 17s. We're coming up a little bit. We were at the low 17s a couple hours ago. This is Canadian, remember. It's not USD. Any more questions out there? I am in Alberta. Centralish Alberta. Just so everyone's aware also, there is also channel memberships where you can get a nice little fancy Rabid Mining icon next to your name during live streams and premieres. And some little rocket ship emojis and stuff. There's a Rabid Mining emoji on a rocket ship as well. So that one might be kind of fun. You know, send Rabid to the moon, why not? Enough newer cards. Yeah, newer cards are always the best way to go if you can find them. Finding cards is just hard. Except for unless you're Yashnik. He gets like 12 cards a day. I use HiveOS. I find it the best. Like if I have to head back to work again, it's been slow from COVID, but sometimes I work up to like 12 hours away for 2 weeks at a time. So I could easily monitor my rigs. I just like the way HiveOS works for me. Some people like it, some people don't. Yeah, that is true. But then again, you know, if you're the 3069 Ti, if you are mining Raven or Conflux or something, I don't think it's really affected. So it could be future proofing after ETH. So who knows, if you're buying for something else, you can easily build a rig off the non-Ti card. Same time, I think they're starting to shoot up in price as well. So who knows? Can't get it on high ports. Well, when you flash HiveOS onto an SSD, it'll come up as a split drive at that point. But one little section, it's only like 8 gig or not even, it's like 6 or 5, will show up as Hive. But you have to unplug it, plug it back in, and it should pop up as Hive, and then the rest of the hard drive will be empty. And then you got to add your config file into there when you plug it back in, and then you come back and you just plug it into your system and you should be good to go. 5580s, one runs at 30 mega hash, but the others won't go over 28 on ETH. What are your overclocks and everything at? I'm guessing you're running all the same. You're hitting 28, so they're BIOS modded for sure. You'd be down to like, what, 16 or something if they're not modded? Let's make sure everything's set at Gen 1. Your CPU is set as your primary display, not GPUs in the BIOS settings. That's pretty much it. You should be good. Get the right calculations going for your overclocks. Ordering 2 of the 8 GPU RobTech motherboards and an Amazon basic wire shelf and 2 orders of Misfit Miners GPU hangers. Yes, those GPU hangers are pretty sweet. I actually got Chump's video here. I thought maybe he'd show up, but he didn't. So I'll just have to do it behind his back and show you guys his little things here. So here you can see Chump Change is actually 3D printing these for people. You can order them on his Discord, and they're just a nice You might have to get them your own measurements for your rack so you can adjust them properly. But yeah, these are just hanger GPUs right off a wire rack. Getting a wire rack is a lot cheaper than buying a typical mining frame. At the same time, the RebTech motherboard mining frame, if you get like say you have 6 or 7 GPUs and you have an 8 GPU frame, you can sit that motherboard right in a GPU slot. So that saves up a lot of room. Put it right in the middle, cable management. I'm actually going to be doing that in a video coming up once I actually get a couple more cards in. And my mSATA SSD. Remember, you need an mSATA SSD if you're getting the RebTech. It does not come with it. And you might need an adapter to read that into a PC or something to flash Hive or whatever else you want on it. It does come with Simple Mining pre-installed into it, but if you want Windows or HiveOS, you will have to buy yourself an mSATA SSD drive and an adapter to actually flash it. What is Gen 1? Well, I can't really shut my computer off to show you because it'll kill everything. So if you go into your BIOS, you'll have PCI Express settings. It's all under different names on different brands, but you'll see your PCI Express settings, and if you click on it, it'll have like times 16, times 1. Some will be named Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3. So just look for everything that says stuff like that, and you'll find it. And just set everything to Gen 1. On some of my motherboards, I just run auto, and it's fine. But other ones are picky, and you do have to actually set the gens individually. And Gen 1 just tells it to run at times 1. Is there a way to update the miner? Check out the Hive Discord channel. You should be... Oh, that's Max answering. Sorry. Any more questions coming out here? Losing your neighbor's hydro too. I read a story on that a while ago. What was it? The exact same thing. Someone was crypto mining and plugged into their neighbor's house. And they got like, I can't remember if they went to jail or something, but they racked up a huge bill. Oh, it was just insane. Oh, I can't remember where that article was. It was a couple months ago, but I laughed. I almost thought about it too, but don't really want to do that. Especially you don't know what their breakers are on. You'd be blowing all their breakers in their house. And then your miners would be down. You don't even know why. What's the advantage of Gen 1? Well, I don't know if there's actually an advantage. It's just some motherboards need it in order to mine with like however 6, 8 cards, whatever the board's for. Some boards are really picky. Like I said, you need Gen 1, some work Gen 2, some work on auto. Just if you can't, it's just one of the troubleshooting things. If it's not mining right, or you know you're not getting the mega hash you think you should be, run through your BIOS settings. Maybe update your BIOS, change your gen settings around. Bunch of little things. Make sure your riser's tight. Yes, make sure you have, when you plug stuff in, double check to make sure you put your say your risers on. Make sure you put them in the right way, not backwards. Your little times 1 ordeals that go into your times 16 slots, or even all your times 1s, because they can fit backwards, and if they do, they will burn. I've seen a couple pictures now lately, the last couple days, of possibly loose risers or loose PCI Express in the motherboards, and they're burning. So make sure everything is tight, and make sure everything's just good to go and in the right way before you hit that power button. I'm on a NiceHash. There's something better for Canadians. Well, that's all up to you. If you like just the auto mode of NiceHash, then just let it go. And if you like getting paid in Bitcoin, let it go. At the same time, you just mine your own coin. Like Ethereum is the most profitable coin out there to mine, and most likely NiceHash, depending on your card, is telling you to mine probably Ethereum most of the time, with the odd time Conflux or Raven. If you're on an NVIDIA card, I'll probably switch there more. Regarding HiveOS on SSD, after the OS flash, the whole data partition is deleted and the disk shows an uninitialized, but it works fine on a USB drive. I'm not sure what that problem actually is. It should just work. Guess while you try it on 2 SSDs and it keeps doing it, I don't know. I'd say format the whole SSD again and try again. but that's not really helping you if you tried it twice. I don't know. I've never ran into a problem when it came into flashing. What are you using to flash? Where's my program here? Using Etcher. This one right here. Like all I do is click flash from file. I look for, there we go, HiveOS. You can see all that. I'll select my target. I don't have anything in, obviously. I'll pick my SSD, hit flash, and that's it. It's good. Yeah, if you want, yeah, Discord link should be in the description. So yeah, join Discord, send me some screenshots or something, and we can see if we can fix that. $2,000 memories, yeah. With an 8 gig card, you can go up to about 2100, I think, the memory, and 880 volt. That's quite a bit. I actually run mine. Where's mine? Let's have a look at that. Where's HiveOS? Let's do a test here on my 4 gig cards. Uh-oh, I got it rejected somewhere. Let's see here. Oh yeah, 810, 800. Some of them I run 790, but 880 is a little high. These should run stable from 790 to 810. Alright, these are my 4 gig cards though. 26.98. Yes, an epoch went by a couple days ago. We do have an update here. I'll check that out. But I lost 0.4 mega hash. I lost epoch from 27.3 down to 26.98 on this 4 gigabyte card mining Ethereum. What is this up? Oh, look at that update. Miners update. So that's not much of an update. So who knows? Belania Etcher is the name of that. Can you see that there? Is it? If I click on, I went to the wrong thing. Find the website here for you. Can you see that all right? Should pop up. There we go. So yeah, Belania Etcher. Here, I'll give you the link in the chat here. There you go. Here's a link for that flasher for you. If that works. Okay, I use 1120 core, DPM1, 2010 memory, MDP2, 50% fan, Ref 30, 30.18 at 72 watts, RX 580. That's 72 watts in the software, I'm assuming. I gotta look at something here now. Close that. What is my software saying? Because these cards, I know software, especially with AMD. AMD is a huge difference. What's my... So look, I'm using 60 watts here according to my software. At the wall, these cards are actually pulling 118 watts. So, yeah, there's something to keep an eye out. Don't go by software, especially when you're dealing with AMD cards. NVIDIA is a lot closer, but it's still off. I think I had a video back a while back there, probably last month, 3 weeks ago. But when I first got my 3060 Ti Zotac card, let's open this back up so we can keep an eye on these prices. Oh, it went down a little bit. Anyway, when I first got my 3060 Ti Zotac card, what does it say? 119 watts in the software at 31.6 mega hash was actually pulling 136 watts at the wall. So NVIDIA is closer, but is still not accurate when it comes to software power. 190 watts on a 5700 XT. Well, you are pulling 58. Is that with Phoenix Miner also as well? I'm guessing you're using Phoenix Miner also with that. But yes, 190 watts on the wall is way too much per card. Let's do a calculation here. Calculator. So mine actually used for 56. Oh, we can probably look at it. It's mine right here. I have 100 windows open. Where is my double card? Right here. So here I have 5700 a 5600 XT, a 5700, and 33060 Ti's. Now, these 5700s, there are XT cards. They're not non-XTs. I actually flashed these to non-XT, and they saved a little bit of power. But, you know, nothing to really worry about. It was just playing around one day, and I did it. But don't worry about it. You don't have to do that. Anyway, so we're using 75 watts here, 81 watts here. But these are cards. These two cards are actually pulling 131 watts at the wall. And they're pulling 56.23, 56.24 mega hash. So let's just do that in a calculator here. So you're doing 190 at the wall, and I'm doing 131. So you're using 59. Now say you had 6 of those cards. You're using an extra 354 watts, which is like running. So let's divide that by, let's say my 131. You're running 2 3/4 cards for the price. You could run another 2 3/4 cards for the same amount of power. Is that making sense to you? Okay, yeah. So yeah, did that help answer your question at all? So yeah, 56.2 and you're getting 58 point something, but at that a lot higher power usage. And this is Team Red Miner 2, which uses less power. Where am I? Okay, back to here. What's driving BTC and ETH prices down? Who knows? Elon Musk, is he doing it? Maybe he wanted, you know, buy another yacht, so he's sold a couple mil. That, you know, he's gonna buy back in on the dip and get all his money back. So technically a free yacht. Who knows what's going on? So 90K, where are we at? Actually, it's a deal motherboard by a single card. I do not use HiveOS Pool myself. I tried it and I just didn't really like it. Some people use it and they like it. It does let your rigs run for free, up to 4 of them. So there's a bonus there. Got the latest Hive update. It's 0 day, I think. It got released early. I recommend not updating. Okay, there you go. So we're not going to update that. We're going to wait. I'm usually really slow. Everything's working, so I don't really... Unless it says something to do with like my 4 GB cards, another LOL miner increase, I could probably try and get that hash rate back up again. Who knows? Then I'll update. But if everything's running good, I just don't update unless something looks like it's worth updating for. Eloon. Eloon? What's Eloon? I messed up something back there. Okay, so something's Eloon. Yashnik uses HiveOS. He likes HiveOS. That is correct. There are no fees. Any more questions out there? Did I miss some? I probably did miss some. Let me get back to this. On Hive. Don't think I missed any. Okay. Oh. Can use T-Rex on RX 580s? No. Do not use T-Rex on AMD cards. It is strictly for NVIDIA only. I use Team Red Miner when it comes to AMD cards. Your reported mega hash, yes. You're reported from the miner and the pool, yes, they match up. But there is a thing out there. There is a thing out there that people have been saying Phoenix Miner is telling you too high of a hash rate than what it's actually putting out share-wise. I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't tested that. It's hard to test stuff like that unless you have like a lot of rigs and a lot of stuff to do head-to-head battles with. But so I don't. So I can't tell you 100%. But I do know that Team Red Miner is better for AMD cards because it does use quite a bit less power, especially if you have bigger and bigger operations. You will start saving a lot of power. My electricity cost. I have a tricky electricity cost, Yashik. It's actually, well, it's anywhere between 0.065 cents, so 6.5 cents to about 7.5 cents. It's back and forth sometimes depending on the time of day and stuff. But at the same time, I work it out to be about 15 cents because the distribution fees here, and because I'm in the country, I can't pick a different distributor. I can only pick power companies, but the person that actually distributes the power, they cost more than how much power I actually use. So when I work it out, it's almost double, and it's about 15 cents when it comes to distribution fees. It's insane, and it sucks, and I have no choice about it. Cannot just change the distribution guy unless, well, there's one thing I can do, and I can't afford it, but I do want to probably get about, what, 15 to 22 kilowatts of solar power. That would be nice. Just plop that, get the lot beside us, just plop that beside the neighbor's house there. I wonder how they'd like it. Big solar farm go up beside here. That could mitigate that power problem. 20 cents US. Ouch. Yours went up from COVID? We used to have a thing. There was the Alberta province had what is it? I guess a cap for power. It was not allowed to go over 6.5 cents. 6.5 cents was our power cap. You could not go over it. It'd be there or lower all the time. But then since last year or two, they got rid of that cap, and now it's been up to about 7.5 or so. But you have solar? Nice. I wish I had solar. Wish I could afford solar. It's expensive, but there is actually a solar company in Alberta here. I googled them the other day, and they actually take Bitcoin. So there's a crypto solar powered company out here to put up solar panels for people that take crypto. I found that quite interesting. Maybe I can like arrange something, be like, yo, hook me up with some solar and I'll make a video on it or something. Oh, it's maxed due to COVID, so it could go even higher. Where are you? Are you in Quebec or Ontario? Quebec has really cheap power though, don't they? All the hydro and everything, kind of like how BC has the hydro power. Ontario, oh. So you can get like big extension cord into Quebec or something. Yeah, Quebec is cheap. There's a couple companies actually in Quebec. One, I'm still trying to talk to them. It's been a while. They said maybe the end of the first quarter. They like repair ASICs and stuff, and they host miners. You send them your rigs and stuff. They'll probably steal it, but they have really cheap power in Quebec, and they'll actually, I can't remember what it is. It's like 50 or 60 bucks a month, and you can have up to like 5 or 6 kilowatts or something. 50 or 60 bucks a month for 5 or 6 kilowatts is fairly cheap, I think, actually. Scotland's 15. You're from Scotland, Hulk? Nice. In life, there are some great financial incentives, plus I was able to take advantage of the federal tax credits. Oh, nice. See, yeah, that's another thing. Alberta had a amazing, like the same thing there. There's like 70 or 80% tax exemption for putting up solar, but that got scrapped too here this year. But the federal government, Trudeau, supposedly it disappeared. He said it on one talk thing where he wanted to re-improvise a solar tax, like rebate for people to go solar across all of Canada. So I'm still trying to find more info on that. We're running out of questions. Anybody? From Scotland, USD 21 cents. That's insane. Oh, but there's some people that have it even worse though. Like, I don't know. I saw one guy post power price of like 40 cents or something. Like, wow. Oh, well, thank you very much, Jason King. Oh, Australia, nice. Nice and warm over there, I bet. I saw a YouTube video there last summer of a guy in Australia cooking an egg on a frying pan outside when he was in his pool. I was like, Wow, that's hot. What? You had an error using Etcher now? I don't know. I don't think it would be the computer, but hey, you never know. Stranger things have happened. Hopefully that does help you out with your SSD though. But make sure you fully format it though first. Get rid of everything that's on it and then fresh flash. Pay 20. Oh, you got solar also. Nice. I think we're going to see a lot more solar, especially after ETH 2.0. There's probably going to be a lot more solar investments when it comes to mining. So I guess it's probably looking to solar stocks or something for a little bit. Come on, ETH. You ever going to come back up here? Come back and say hi? I got a little bit that I'm waiting for around like the 2,000 Canadian mark. But it's just taunting me. It wants to go up, then it just stops. Three kids, so solar is necessity. Yeah. Solar is a necessity probably no matter where you are. Well, I guess there's some people that's super cheap. Refresh my page. New version. Where I put the new version? It just moved. Alright, let's see what happens here. It's taking an hour to refresh. Probably because I'm streaming. That is true. ETH does follow. It's like BTC. Well, you can kind of see how it works here. Got this big BTC here, and if he takes a little hit, these all take bigger hits. And if he goes up a little bit, well, these sometimes go up a lot, and sometimes they just go up a little bit as well. But usually if BTC takes the hit, everything takes a bigger hit. Refresh the lower price. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, it's not my magic ETH changing thing is not working. Oh, what's going on here now? Reloading. Yes, running HiveOS from a USB is just fine. But that's all I ever used to run actually. Then when I actually started swapping over to SSDs, especially on my test rig, you can reboot your test rig like 10 times to the time it takes to load it once off a USB drive. So it just got annoying, and I just swapped everything to SSDs. And SSDs are only like an extra $5 to $10 over a USB drive now these days. They've come down in price a lot. Setting up a mining pool, I have no idea. I have never looked into setting up a mining pool, so I don't know what exactly is all involved with that part. Yashnik knows. There you go, it depends on the coin. Going through these questions, do I see anything? Looks like we're caught up on them. Yeah, caught up on questions. Anybody else interested in anything? $45 viewers, 30 likes. Probably get the likes up a bit more. Am I interested in cards? Well, of course I am. You know that. Oh, of course, overpriced. Well, in that case, no. I only try to get for MSRP if possible. It's been 3 weeks now. I'm waiting on. I have 3 3060 Ti's ordered from Memory Express. 2 from the South Store in Edmonton and 1 from the West Store in Edmonton. All have different names and phone numbers. One's under Rabid Mining, which I'm really surprised they actually ordered it for me. Oh yeah, that's right. You had that big ordeal. Nice. 4. 3060 Ti's are the way to go. It's just so hard to get them. No, I'm not. I don't even know. I remember I put myself on the TI queue, and I've never heard back since it was released. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe I did it wrong. But yeah, I have no idea. Just joined, so I don't know if you went over this, but could you maybe elaborate on cooling GPUs with fans, like fan placement, exhaust, and whatnot? Okay, just aim a bunch of fans at the GPUs. Well, look where they exhaust. Some exhaust in the back where the memory is, and others exhaust in the front, where sometimes where the ports are, and others exhaust straight up when they're sitting on the riser and the riser's down. Some of them actually shoot straight up. So look for where it's actually exhausting from, because you don't want to blow the exhaust hot air back into your GPU. So just go from the opposite side or the front or something. Just find somewhere else where you can get nice airflow over the heatsink without blowing the exhausted hot air back at it. Actually, no, I have not checked my EVGA website for a while. Last time I did was actually I did a couple weeks ago. I wasn't even looking for that though. I sent back EVGA GQ gold power supply because I blew it up. Another story from when I bought the 1200 watt P2 EVGA power supply used, and it didn't work. It was a dud, so I lost money there obviously. I plugged into my motherboard. It said overloading on my watt meter, and then the motherboard sparked and lit on fire. So I was like, oh great. So I pulled that off and I tried a different power supply on the motherboard, and then it fried that power supply. So I sent that back to EVGA and got that RMA'd. So it's on the way back to me now. And that was the last time I checked the EVGA page, is checking to see if that thing got sent back yet or not. But I did not see any notifications about the GPUs anyway. Yes, Kevin. Yeah, just tinker around. Most likely they're probably exhausting in the same place. Just some do exhaust in other spots. So if they're all exhausting in the same place, just stick a fan where it can hit them all. Hey, Crypto Shape, what's going on? $9:33 a.m. for the 3060s. Queue opened at 9. Couldn't get in until 9:30. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't even tried for the non-TIs. Power supply for 6580s. Well, let's have a look here. Let's get my calculator out. So I guess that's only for Ethereum though. So you're gonna need at least 700 watts for the cards. Add another 100 for, well, system's only like 20 watts, 22 watts. Add some fans in there, could get to about 30. Let's add another 100 just for a safety feature. So you're gonna need at least 800 watts power supply. Now, at 80%, so that's what, 1,000 watt. So to add that on, say you want to switch to Raven down the road, I don't even know what the thing is here. So 586 on Raven, Kapow is 1,020 watts, this is saying. So you'll probably need a 1,200 watt power supply just to future-proof it for further down the road. So if you have 240 volt power, HP server power supplies are fairly cheap. That would probably be a good way to go. If you're running 120, then you want to find something with a bunch of PCIe cables. So you'll need, depending on your card, if most of them are single 8 pins, but some do have extras like sapphires. You'll need 6 plus another 3, so you'll need 9 PCI Express cables if they're all single 8 pin slots to run all those cards. So a couple things to look for. I just go with a server power supply and call it good. As long as you're on 240, that is. Because then you will only have 900 watts. Oh, and then you'll need a Pico switch. Unless you get the Game Changer breakout board from Parallelminer, which has been sold out for about 2 weeks now. And it's supposed to be coming in this week. They emailed me and said their stock will be coming in this week. But I'm just not sure when. We'll have a look here and see. if it's actually in stock or not yet. ZSX, is it on here? Here we go. Oh, this is a write-up, but where's our stock on it? There's the big guy right here. Alright, so we'll just go. They're out of PCI Express cables as well, I think. But yeah, out of stock. No cables, out of stock. Okay, so there we go. It is still out of stock. But this will power even your motherboards. As you can see right here, it has a 24 pin if it loads. Yeah, right here. That will power your motherboard. This will power your CPU, and here's your SATA and Molex there. But it has a fan controller, so you don't really need the Molex for a fan controller because it has that built in as well. Oh yeah, or if you're Megabytes, he just has, you know, those random game changer breakout boards just laying around because he has too many of them. Androsita, yes, I am currently mining on Flexpool. Check evga.com. Alright, I'll check that in a bit. Who knows? I know I said ASAP. Probably missed all my cues anyway. It comes with a spare superboard. Hi, it's me again, the 5700 XT guy. Did your values 130 watt include the motherboard CPU? No, the 131 watts was strictly, it's what the GPU is using. That's with the system and everything taken off already. So that GPU was pulling 131. So your whole system's pulling 190. Depending what your system is. Your system's probably, like I said, 20, 21 watts. Unless you have a whole bunch of fans. 17 to 21 subtract. And that's what your GPU will be currently drawing. Which server PSU do I recommend? Well, if you can find them, there's the HP server power supply, the 1200 watts if you have 240. If it's 120, if it's 120 volt, then you only have 900 watts. The game, depending how many cards you want, there's that 2400 watt Delta at Parallelminer that I just showed here earlier. And that thing is for, I'm going to be using that actually when I get my 3 cards in, because I'll be throwing everything on that. Be running around 1600 watts, maybe 1500. So I will need to go above my 1200 watts power supply, so I'll be swapping to that. No, I am not touched anything to do with any drivers. I just have the latest stable version of HiveOS, the latest drivers for NVIDIA for the 3060 Ti's, and everything runs smooth on Hive currently. We can have a look here at my current drivers and everything in Hive. On that rig, so it's 20.3, and for the NVIDIA drivers it's 460.39. Those are the drivers I'm currently running, which is just the latest stable version of Hive. And well, there's an update now, so it's not the very latest, it's the second last latest. And I did update my NVIDIA drivers. I got 2 rejected here. Oh great, we better have a look at this. Oh, they're not, they'll know my password and everything when I log in. I'll check that later. Or I could probably, actually I could just move this over here. Let's have a look here. We'll give a remote into here and we'll see what kind of problems we got going on. Okay. Bring that back. Alright, now we're back into here. Okay, what is that? MOTD watch. Team Red Miner. T-Rex. GPU 2 is giving me the troubles. Alright. Let's have a look here at GPU 2. So we'll have to drop the... Oh, 3060 Ti GPU too. So we're just gonna bring this down to 25 and see what happens for a little while. There. Always tweaking. Okay, what doesn't sound right? Where are we at here? What did I miss? Asking if I'll need to tweak tomorrow after today's payout. What? I'm missing some stuff here. What's going on? Pro mother. Oh, okay. My foreign sector on stock. Thank you. 170 watts, software measured. How would you think I actually draw from the wall? 1080. I'm not really sure. 1080. Nvidia is a lot closer, but as for the 1080 series cards, I don't know what they actually pull. I do not have any cards myself. But I would say it maybe add 10 watts, 15 watts onto that card maybe. Oh, are you too close? Says 200 plus, so maybe add another 30. Yeah, 170 seems like way too much power. What are your settings on that card? Who knows? Okay, did I miss anything? Robert, did that answer your PSU questions? 5700 guy. No more tags going on. They will keep an MSRP price from launch date. After April, the price will be what is showing now. Oh, okay, so you have till April. Gotcha. Well, I better go check on that later. See, who knows? Maybe I did get something. Don't even know about it. Hey, look at this, guys. Almost at 1800 Canadian. Yeah, have a look at it. I do have other videos on, like, well, it depends on the power you're running, but if you're running 240 or something, PDUs, all that other good stuff, your CL 13 to 14 cables would be the ones used for that. Software shows 115. Watt meter shows about 190. I was thinking it was the CPU maybe around 65 in the stock fan. Yeah, I don't know. That's quite a big difference there actually. I don't think your system doesn't really pull that much. Which stock fan are you talking about? Yes, those ZS breakout boards sell very fast. When they're in, they're in. I try to when I find out when they're in, I have email alerts, and Parallelminer does email me with stocks and stuff. So I try to let everyone in my Discord know when they do come in, but at the same time, like, they do sell out fast. If anybody wants, link is in the description for the Discord. We also have wonderful stock trackers here from NVIDIA GPUs for Canada, USA, and UK, as well as AMD GPUs for Canada, US, and UK. So when there's a drop, you just, hopefully you click it first. Like, let's take a look here. No, out of stock. See, we're too late. Yashnik probably got it already because he's just that fast. Alright, let's go back into the general here. Can't show you any ugly rig picks today because I don't have that many. It's always worth undervolting. You'll just save power. Always undervolt. Deep Cool. I got a Deep Cool Castle AIO actually in my gaming PC. On HP PSU, they have 6-pin to 8-pin cables. Can that support the 38 and 3090 cards with enough wattage? Yes, they should be able to. The extra two pins are grounds, but it also comes down to the actual pin that's in the 6-pin. Like, if you get some cheap Chinese knockoffs, they're not rated for the correct amount of volts, but usually Parallelminer, their cables are nice 16 16 gauge wires, but like I said, the weak part is actually in the pins of their splitters of your PCI Express cables. So theirs are pretty good, so should be all right. I actually use all mine. I don't have 3080s or 3070s, it's all 3060s or 5700s, but I think you should be okay with the 6 pins to the 8 pins. Now make sure you only do use one though per 8 pin. You don't want to go daisy chaining them across. But when it comes to an HP server power supply, you do have a lot of PCI Express to play with, so it shouldn't be a problem. Are you using what's it called? Afterburner? Are you in Windows? If you actually, let me see if I remember how to do this. On Undervolt here, so here's my 3060 Ti. I can't remember how I do this now. The alt settings? Where is it? There is an alt undervolt setting here. Is it control? Someone tell me, is it alt or is it control? I haven't done it in here forever. Where do I go? Okay, go back to default. Okay, who's gonna tell me what this is? Where do I set it now? I totally forget. I think it's just alt click, alt right click, alt something. And you should be able to undervolt through Afterburner. I haven't done it forever, so now I can't tell you or show you. Oh well then. Undervolt is actually sending less volts to the core. You can say, what you're thinking about is power limit. Your power here, where's that ordeal here? Oh, I wish I could remember this. No, not Discord. What's going on? Oh, did I close it out completely? Oops. Alright. Okay. So, this is your power limit. Like, here's my 3060 Ti Windows settings. Oh, everything's going crazy. So, you see power limit 60%. That's just the power limit. You're not undervolting at that point. You are setting your power down, which is obviously what you do to do the most. But you can also undervolt these cards here, sending less volts to the actual core. How I do that in here, I totally forget. It's like an alt click or something, but I can't seem to get it. Third pull from each port, for example, a 130 watt 50. I'm not actually sure how much it'll pull. I imagine it's just gonna, what is that, 25 each PCI Express 8 pin. Okay, I don't know how much it'd pull from each port. Now, like risers, it's like programmed, they're only allowed to go up to 75 watts, but at times they do go above it. But canceling that out of the equation, the actual pins itself, I'm just imagining that will just even out across them all. I don't know if it actually has a higher draw side than the other. I just think it'd just be a constant feed between them all throughout the 8 pins, but don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. The RevTech, I think it's great. It works good. I don't have it hooked up currently. Okay, I just said it's great, but I don't use it. So let me clarify this for a minute. I have everything back on my B250 mining expert, but I'm waiting for an mSATA SSD. Once that comes in, I will be using the RevTech full time, at least until I get over 8 GPUs to plug into that, and then I'll have to go back to the B250 again and slowly build off that. But yeah, I will be switching to that later on in another video when that mSATA drive does come in. And I love it also because it is compact. Like I said, if you have an 8 GPU mining frame and say you have 6-7 cards, you can just slap that right in the middle, plug it in like it's a GPU right in your frame as it's a card, and you can just wire everything straight there in the middle. Cable management is great, nice and compact. You'll have the whole bottom for HP server power supply, so a lot of room to mess around with cables. Confirmed, SSD issues all fixed. Oh, so is the computer the whole time. Well, it's good that you got that going now. Now hopefully it boots. Oh, remember, you got to plug it back in, download your rig config file, and copy it back into your HiveOS folder on that SSD you just flashed. And then you plug it into your rig and fire it up. And if you did not do that yet, go to HiveOS and make a new worker. Then you will get your rig config for it. First window of Afterburn about halfway down. Unlock voltage control. Some video cards are just easier to use power instead. Yeah, but isn't there still an alt button? I don't remember now. I was playing with that too like a couple of weeks ago. Yes, the GPU situation probably has everybody stuck. Don't know the shortcuts. Yeah, I don't know them either. I used to, but I forget because I always just use Hive and I just let this thing go on the settings I have, and then the odd time I just throw it on for some gaming or video edits. Then other than that, it just automatically does its thing. Alright, so are there any more questions out there? We could all alright tomorrow by selling our cards for more than what we paid for them. Then there isn't any fun. That is very true. You could definitely, everyone could go sell their cards right now and make a lot of money, depending when you bought them and how you bought them and what card they actually are. But yes, that is a very good observation. You could ROI easily with this current market. Unless you were a part of the market and actually bought. Then well, it might be a little harder. So, is there anything else anybody would like to know? Questions? You gotta keep remembering there's kind of a delay in there. Yeah, if you bought at current prices, yeah, Ikes. Like, and there's a lot of people doing that. Like, it is insane how many people are buying GPUs right now. I have to make a new worker on HiveOS to get the config file, or can you get it from an existing work? You could get it from an existing, but you'll have to change the name. I should probably try to get some merch from Doge Lord. Haven't really talked to anybody out there yet, so who knows? I'm still just a little guy in this space, so who knows? We'll see. Never know. Coming soon. Rabid Mining. Yeah. Look, I messed up. I can't even do my own little promo. Rabid Mining merch from Doge Lord. And I can't swear, so the rest of it is just FA. I can't say those words on here. I need an illustrator. I need, like, I don't know. I think about maybe going to, like, what is it? Is it Fiverr? Fever? I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I might try to get, like, a new symbol tweaked out or something, maybe. A nice little intro video, maybe, for videos, but I don't know yet. Oh, yeah. Here come the FAs. Everyone FA that. Oh, jeez. I almost hit the donate to myself button. Oops. That was a close one. I was super chat myself. Yeah, that would have been an FA. Oh, here's Space Ghost. There's Mr. 3D Printing Master. I have sent email to my merch on Dojo, but have not heard back yet. See? Look at that. You got one from Fever? Fiver? Okay, yeah. I just quit butchering names. I don't know who to go to. Like, there's so many random prices and random ratings and random steps of the creator. Like, would you just click on random people and be like, I guess so? Half the stuff on there as well is stuff I can find and do myself. It's just Adobe After Effects preloaded stuff where you add your stuff in. So I'm like, hey, I don't want that guy. I don't want that guy. You gotta find someone that actually does it from scratch. Someone good. Sure. Yeah, join my Discord and send me some links or something. I'll have a look. Maybe I'll use you. What is it? Zaniki's Playground. Discord link is in the description. My 5600 requires 8 and a 6 pin. Can I use a 8 pin splitter, then plug the other 8 pin of the same strand to a fit? No. Do not daisy chain GPUs together. That's just a bad idea. You can do it if you want, but I don't really want you to light your house on fire or something. The only time not daisy chains, use a splitter, it would be on your risers. You can fit 2 risers per PCI Express or 6 pin on a breakout board from a server power supply, but don't start splitting between multiple GPUs. Just keep a GPU by itself when it comes to the 6 and 8 pins. Alright, so more questions. Anybody? Am I keeping my earnings as ETH or trading? Neither. I guess I'm holding a little bit right now, hoping to hit around the 2,000 Canadian mark or coming back down again. But what I usually do with my ETH is I use it to find GPUs, to power test GPUs, and to support my channel. So that's where all my ETH goes. The RebTech is currently not hooked up at the moment, but soon it will be hooked up full time. At least until I get over 8 GPUs that will be going on it. I'm just waiting on a mSATA SSD drive because, yeah, it's painful running a USB drive, updating NVIDIA drivers and HiveOS. It took me like all day. So I'm just waiting for this SSD to show up, and then I'll be plugging that in full time, and I will be making a video on that when I do it. We're 8 pin. Did I miss anything up here? Can I link a logo? 5600 seemed to be discontinued. Speaking of 5600, isn't the 6700? That's coming out next week, isn't it? I believe. Is it next week, the 6700 XT or whatever they're going to be calling it? $6,700. Yeah, there we go. 6700 XT. So I wonder how that's going to turn out. Any hash rate predictions on this? Could this be their best card yet when it comes to mining? Because so far the others weren't the greatest. That is true. The server PSU with the RebTech. Yeah, you don't even need the game changer motherboard for that. You just need a straight up 6 pin. Oh, well, thanks a lot, Yashnik. I guess I'll try to get a hold of him one of these days here soon and see exactly what to get. I don't know. What should I get? How do you do those orders? Just say, make me like a sweater, a t-shirt, and a mask or something? Maybe a hat? There's 60 mega hash. Oh, that's what you get. Okay, never mind. I was like, what? Oh, yeah. 60 mega hash. You figure the 6700 will get? Maybe. I never actually looked at the specs yet, so I don't even know what it has for a bus or anything on it. 12 GPUs on the RebTech. That's funny you're surfing. That's funny you're saying that because I was actually thinking about that the other day. If you could use like, but it has, I think it has to be a specialized USB, kind of like how you have those PCI ×1 to 4 USB. I had that in that one video there. Not even sure the name of it, but yeah, it might have to be made for hardware, or it might not read the cards. But that is an interesting concept. If you could pull in, it also might depend on the actual PCI Express lanes. Or there you go, you just said right there. No lanes. There's only 8. So maybe not enough lanes. How much load have I gotten on 2400 watt? I never did get it louder because I do not have enough stuff to throw on there. Maybe if I shut down my computer and I don't know, I could throw those 4 GB cards on there. There's 2 of them. I could probably pull the GPU out of my gaming PC. I could probably throw everything on there and try mining Raven. That should push it up to maybe 1800 watts. But once those 3 cards come in, I'll probably try that with Raven coin or something, just to bring that power consumption up, and then see if I can actually get that 2400 watt PSU screaming or not. Because I'm imagining it could be pretty loud, but I don't know. I got to get it ramped up to find out. Okay, where are we at here? Splitter, yeah. Went to that. Nope. AP Sailing, Space Goats. Space Goats still here. Anybody looking to order like 240 volt boxes? Let's find Space Goats channel right here. Space Goats. Look at that. He's everywhere. Space Goats. Oh, here's the panda stuff. Oh, where are we at? Okay, I don't even know. I go into my YouTube, but then it's going to show all my information. So I can hide it. This way. There we go. I forget about how this streaming stuff works. Let's see if I can find some Space Goats or deals here. Order some boxes. Space Goats makes I should probably confirm with them. Are you still making boxes for people? Taking orders on boxes, Space Goats, before I look for this and send a link and everything. I've not ever Googled Space Goats. Oh, here we go. Let's go through some more Space Goats Googling. Is this you? Is this your Twitter? Space Goats 78. You still have 45 to make. Okay, so Space Goat is superiorly on back order, but and I lost my page where I was at. I know. Let's go to his Discord. That'll probably be easier. Here. Go to Space Goat's Discord. I'll get the link sometime eventually for a invite, and I'll post that here. But you can just go in here. You can get one of his nice fancy boxes. I don't know if there's any pictures in here. There. Oh wait, what's this? Is this yours, Space Goats? I don't see Space Goats on it though. This gotta be his though. So yeah, if you want some fancy meters to plug in your PDUs or something, just check out Space Goats. I will try to get a link to his actual Discord. Imagine it's in one of his videos here. I was gonna look for that right quick. He's never Googled himself. Well, now we have. Okay, Space Goats. Let's see if I got a link here. Discord. Merch. What the heck? Space Goats. I don't see a link to your Discord. Alright. Oh, it's not yours. Oh, that picture. Everybody go Google themselves. See what pops up. Speaking of, I'd never Googled myself either. I'm going to try this. Let's Google. Anything show up? Oh, I got my Eth giveaway over there. Rapid Miner. There's a Rapid Miner. What? I'm not good enough to show up anywhere. Oh, I got my t-shirt here on Amazon. Yeah, anyway. Okay, so. Anyway, where were we? I gotta find a Space Goats link somewhere though. I'll have to put that in my next video. Order stuff from Space Goats. Questions. Any more questions? Are they? Do you have any of those? Are you too close? Did you order some? Are they in the mail? You got them? Or you just think they look cool? They do look cool. I'm interested to know how they work. Oh, okay, just saw the video. Yeah, it's quite interesting to see how they play out and work. Definitely makes GPU frames a lot better. 3 weeks, you're way backed up. I guess you need like 40 new printers to keep up on orders. It's a garage wall. People have, instead of someone having a barn full of mining rigs, Space Coats have a barn full of 3D printers lined up. Oh, we're getting more green here. A couple more greens popping up. More printers, yes. Do you ever PSU have 6-pin to Molex or SATA for running fans? I use 6-pin Pico switches, I believe, have it. That Game Changer breakout board has it. I think you can get 6-pin to Molex, but 6-pin. I would just do. Oh, I guess you need it for server power supply breakout board. What is this? 6-pin here. Oh, there you go. 6-pin to Molex. This might work for you. That way you can just plug into a fan controller. So that might work if that's what you had in mind or what you were wondering about. That don't use PCI Express and use USB instead were super neat. Oh, those motherboards. Oh, you talk about the RepTech again? The 8 GPU one? Do I think NiceHash is any good? Yes and no. NiceHash is good. Let's refresh this page, see if anything's going on. NiceHash is good to start off with, but in the end, you probably just want to mine your own coin. NiceHash can also lead to. I don't know if I should say this. NiceHash might, I don't know, block me or something. But when I first tried NiceHash, was it like 7-8 months ago on my gaming PC? I actually got a cryptomining malware, XMR malware, installed on my computer from NiceHash. I wasn't anywhere else. I was on NiceHash. Then I restarted my computer and it was there. So yeah, I found that interesting. They might have fixed that now, I'm hoping. But that was my very first NiceHash experience, but I did try it out for a little while. The 1559 is the vote to the devs, and all the information is going to them next week, I believe. Maybe it's the end of this week now because it's Sunday. And I think the vote on it will go through as the end of this week or next week. And the earliest, if it passes that vote, which most likely it will, the earliest it'll come in, it sounds like, is July, when EIP 1559 will come in. From the information I've been hearing anyway, is what I'm gathering. Well, RepTech did send me that motherboard to showcase, so technically they sponsored it, I guess. And they're updating their GPU, or not GPU, they're updating their motherboard again with a new BIOS, because they've been telling people that does not work with NVIDIA. I don't know if they just mean the NVIDIA GPU output through the GPU or what, but they're updating it so it works with AMD and NVIDIA cards, although you saw in my video that I had it working already with both. So I don't know what kind of information is starting to float around out there. I've just been getting that from you guys telling me that they're telling you, or other people are telling you, it doesn't work with NVIDIA. So it does work with NVIDIA if you update your drivers. If it's a 3000 series card, you got to make sure in HiveOS that you do update to the latest NVIDIA drivers, or 3000 cards won't work on anything. It doesn't matter what you're using. But yeah. So yeah, as for the new revision, they said they're going to send me another one when it comes in. I just don't know what type of revision is going on with it at this point in time. Did you download plugins with NiceHash that were already installed, and that's where you got it? I just downloaded the NiceHash program by itself, and that's it. Download, installed, ran it, and then I had that malware. That was quite a long time ago now, so maybe it's fixed. You do have to go to like a separate web page or something to download NiceHash now, unless they change that too. But the last time I did have to actually test it out, it was off a different link, so that might be fixed, so I have no idea. But NiceHash as a whole, it's okay when it comes to profit switching, and when profits are way down, like say 2 years ago when, you know, people were profit switching coin to coin almost daily, every couple days, all the time, every couple hours, who knows. But NiceHash would be good for that. So if a lot of people do move to that, say after 1559, or if there's a big crypto crash and 1559 hits, then a lot of people could move to NiceHash. And if they do, that could also, depending on how many people move there and off Ethereum, that could potentially cause somebody to rent enough hash rate to hack Ethereum and do a 51% attack, like Max Voltage kind of pointed out earlier. Who knows? There's a lot of things that could be coming up pretty soon that could be quite interesting, and a lot of things could be happening. At the same time, at that call yesterday with BBT and them, they said if hacks and stuff do happen, that could cause a red flag and throw out an increase in production. Well, not really production, because F devs are slow. It could cause a quick release of Ethereum 2.0, like way ahead of time and cutting corners. So there's another thing to kind of balance out there. So who knows what's going to happen? Things are going to change a lot. That is correct. If 1559 passes the vote this week, then it will be coming out in July at the earliest, on current information anyway. Oh, nice. $2. Sweet. Well, it's probably better than I do. I would have turned that $2 gain to probably a couple $100 loss myself. So anything green is good. Lost 600. See, that sounds like me. That sounds like my trading strategy. I lost 600 yesterday. Yeah, that's what I would have done. So, anything else out there? A lot of RevTech stuff. Buy high, sell low. That's it. Well, the last month or so, that's probably what's been going on, honestly. Especially with all the hype going on. Like, a lot of people just see all this hype and memes and everything else and be like, oh, well, I'm going to try that. And then they lose it. I am from Canada, so I have no idea about the stimulus checks. I'm actually curious to know when they come out, because then I can kind of look at the prices and see if something's going to happen around that time. So I don't know when the stimulus check is coming to you guys in the US. Anybody make any mounting for? That's an interesting question. I was actually looking at some let's take a look at a Thingiverse here, or whatever it's called. Thingiverse. Because I recently did just get a 3D printer, so I am kind of looking for some stuff to try and make. But let's see, let's look at crypto mining. There are some things here. I don't know how to edit files though myself, so like I know how to change the size, but like to actually throw a logo or something in there, I'm not sure what program you're even supposed to use. That's something Space Goats would have to answer. But there are. It's not here. Where is it? Oh, there's more pages. I saw a couple server PSU mounting things. Oh, here's one right here. Here's a server PSU mount. Depending on, I guess, your actual frame. You buy a scalp GPU with your stimulus. So there's quite a bit, a few things. There's what are they called? PCI Express risers, like holders. Right here, here's something for the ASRock, so they don't touch. Instead of taping everything. Oh, that's a different one. That's a little different motherboard. It's not the big 13 one. There's quite a bit of things out there you can 3D print. PCI, yeah, PCI Express. So look, there's a Raven coin for all you Raven coin lovers out there. Get the bird. It's a ATX power supply mount. Huh. There's a lot of other ones. I must be on the wrong site. There's a lot of stuff you can 3D print that's already out there. You need those PSU mounts. Well, I need them too, but I don't know if it'd work with my frames. But I'm gonna try printing some stuff out that I see around and see if it helps me out or not. And if it does, then I'll let you know if it works. The Darth Vader, yeah. Throw it. There's other websites out there too, like what? Oh, I don't remember what it is, but there's pay ones where you can actually put your thing up there and people pay for it to download it. and try it out and use it. Beta frames. Yes, that's what I use currently right now as well. I have a beta frame and the Amazon frame, where you just hang your GPUs, which would work with Chump Change's clips there. But same time, zip ties are, what, $3 for 100? Whatever you could do. I do love the beta frames though. AAA Wave does have their new mining frames out as well. They're probably sold out. It's supposed to be getting one here, I think. I think that middle or end of March. They're supposed to have a whole bunch in again. Good old zip ties. Miner's best friend. Yep. Oh, there's Doge Lord. Right there himself. Mr. FA himself. That's the Grand Master of FA. Okay, are there any more questions out there? Oh, mining gear is sold out everywhere for sure. And even if it's like 10 times overpriced, it'll still sell out, because to some people money does not matter. Like, oh, $10,000 for 2 GPUs? Yeah, sure, I need them. I wish. I am curious about the wood frames actually. A lot of people use them. I know some people personally that do use them, like my supplier, where I get some of my motherboards down by Calgary. Like I got two B250 mining expert motherboards for $30 each from buddy down in Calgary, and he actually has a bunch of wood frames and stuff. But he did say, because he's also kind of like an engineer, he did point out that you do have to throw extra grounds because wood's not grounded. So I'm not really sure how that comes into play with everything, but when it comes to wood, I think you do have to ground your rig somehow. Yeah, we'll look at some merch here. I'm not even sure how to go about that yet, but that would be a pretty sweet deal. Do we have to like send the symbol, or how's it all work? I'll have to kick it. I mean, I think I got your Discord. I'll have to jump in there one of these days here. I feel better about DIY aluminum ones. Yes, I'd rather use aluminum or something. Parallelminer AAA Wave sold out. That's all I see. Yeah, those websites sell out so fast. Discord works. Alright, I'll check you out in Discord probably sometime after this live stream. Well, whenever that is. Might be soon. Gotta eat too though, and the dog's going crazy outside. Yeah, Parallelminer AAA Wave frame. They're sold out fast when they do get stock. It's insane. Let's go have a look at their AAA Wave frame. Take a look at everything they got there. Coin mine. Whoa. Okay, what did I hit? Let's look at their cables, adapters, fans, solid state drives, a little bit of everything. Where's their frames? Oh, this is their new frame right there. Is it only the 12? They don't have a 6 in it anymore? The sluice? Yeah, that's a nice looking frame. That is the one that Panda actually used. Out of stock. But yeah, they told me they are getting stock in towards the middle of next month, towards the end. They should have quite a bit. This first they just came out, so this first order that they had in was a little smaller than they expected, but they're supposed to have a lot next month. So keep an eye out for that. Alrighty, I'll check out his Discord handle when we complete here. I did my own with shelves rack. Could fit 3 full 12 GPU rigs in the tower. Nice. 3 full 12 GPU rigs. Okay, that'd be sweet. I wish I could do that. All I have power for it on calculations is if I get rid of, well, not get rid of all my cards, but if I get only 3060 Ti cards, because I only have the 130 amp 240 volt, I could fit 2.4 or 2.5 gigahash on my one line. But I don't really want to do that. Number one, you can't find cards. You'll be paying a lot to get there. Second, when F2 comes in, 1559, depending what happens there, if I do have to swap over to core algorithm like Raven or Conflux or whatever, I'm going to go over my power limit. So then I'll have GPUs sitting there wasted. Sure, I can start using 120 volt and multiple circuits throughout the house, but I like to keep everything in one area. So unless I wire in another 30 amp, which my breaker is kind of full now, so I can't really do that, or I find some other way of powering everything. But so I'm trying to build to get for Raven and a core. So when I switch, I'm not wasting money on GPUs that I can't use no longer. Of course, I'm sure everyone else will just be like selling to me, but still. 240 volt, 30 amp, 6,000 safely. Well, it is actually, let's have a look here. The precise numbers. Go to the calculator. So 240 times your 30 amp. So your max is 7,200 watts, but that's your max. You don't want to use your max. You're going to want to only use 80% of that to be safe. So you have 5,760 watts to work with. So your safe rating to put on there is 5,760 is what I would go up to. You can go to your 7,200 if you want to push it, but it's just not recommended to run everything at 100%. Yeah, that's that. I haven't been able to get into Discord. Just says I don't have permissions. You just tried? I know my Discord link did expire, and this morning I made a new one, and it is in the description of this stream, and I have started putting across my newer videos, but I got to go through every video one by one and edit all my descriptions in order to get the new link into it, because I don't have, what is it, TubeBuddy and stuff. To do the mass description deal, you have to pay like, I don't even know what, 30, 40, 50 bucks a month. So I can't afford that, so I just do it manually, one by one per video. Since switching from 120 to 240 and server PSU game changer. Yes, I really enjoy 240 a lot over 120. I did on the shelves. So, any more questions out there? A couple seconds here. We'll probably have to end this here right soon. Been on for actually. How long has this been running for? Does it say in my stream? I don't think it does. But yeah, it's been a little while. Over an hour, 2 hours almost. Yeah, a little over 2 hours. Crazy. Do have to get some food soon. The dog is going crazy outside, so if there's any last minute questions, I could try to answer them right quick. How can I join Discord? It says I don't have permission to view channels. Still? I don't know. Is anyone else not in the Discord? Click on the link and let me know what it's doing. Oh, you're new to crypto mining. Is it still profitable? Well, I don't know. Probably not. Chat going, what's up? What are you doing? You come in right when I'm about to like leave. See, Hexacom is ready to leave. Bad chat going. I need mods and stuff. I gotta figure this out one day. I see the chart is all red. Yeah, it is a very red chart, and it's just this is Canadian, and it's just kind of plain with us. It's going up, and then it comes back down. It's just like giving us little pokes saying, look what I can do, but I'm not going to do it yet. Capture bot in your private message. Yes, do your capture bot. And it is case sensitive, and spaces matter as well. So do it right. Then it'll let you in. The light turns red before it turns green. Red for a long time equals cheap. That is so true. That is my perspective as well. Except it's going to suck though. Cheap GPUs are going to come in and I still won't be able to afford them. Will it come back up for mining? That all depends on lots of factors. Obviously, one is the price. Two is this crazy hash right here. Let's do a refresh. Oh, look that. Wow, we went up that much already in the past 2 hours. go back to year here. So yeah, so we are up more. So yeah, profitability determines on our hash rate, which it obviously it affects the difficulty, makes more competition, harder to mine. You get less rewards for the same amount of hash rate. So just think about it, like, where was I? Way back here. I think on Ethermine, way even farther than that. It was like over here somewhere. Yeah, over here. I think it was in August where I was mining like 1.2 to 1.6 Ethereum in a month. And like this Ethermine test here, and gas fees were pretty good in month of January, and I think I just broke 1. So that's how much of a difference just that network has. Obviously gas fees matter, but during this time it's when DeFi just started hitting 2 back in here, and gas fees were high and Ethereum was getting very profitable. So difficulty and hash rate, it does do a lot when it comes to your profits. Conflux and Raven. Conflux is coming. Let's do another test here. See if it changed. Go 4 3060 Ti's. What's 4 3060 Ti's doing? So Conflux is up to 13, but like I said, oh, they lost a little bit of here. But like, if say 1 or 2 terahash moved over from Ethereum over to Octopus, this would probably drop to like $6 a day. Just from doubling that. Like, look at Ethereum Classic. It was on par with Ethereum back when Ethereum was at 400. They dropped the DAG. 3 and 4 gigabyte cards moved over. The hash rate doubled and the profits tanked. The overclock of my 5600. Yes, it is BIOS modded with the MSI BIOS mod that is on Red Panda's video. Where am I at here? Oh, I didn't want to go to that. This. Okay. My overclocks are. So we got 1060 on the core, DPM1. This is HiveOS, obviously. 700 VDD, 800 VDCI. MVDD is 1300 with 915 mem. And one, these two don't apply, I don't think, because this is from when I had Polaris cards in here testing. But yeah, those are my overclock settings on my 5600 XT. Team Red Miner as well. If it breaks over 90k and holds, that would be crazy. If Ethereum and everything went up that high, that would just be nuts. Hey, but it could. You never know. We have no idea what it could do. I haven't even looked at Raven difficulty. What is it at? What am I at? Okay. Close that. Raven difficulty. Where are you at here? 892. It was at 9 earlier. It went down a little bit. 924. Yeah, it is not that high. But yeah, it looks like the next thing, but same thing, like looking at today's profits is not what your profits are going to be tomorrow. So many factors. What's my favorite AMD Raven miner after Team Red? I don't know. I've used Phoenix Miner. I'd probably use that second, I guess. But yeah, Team Red seems to be the best for everything currently with AMD, in my experience. Right now, BTC is low to FUD. That is true. A lot of stuff going on. So many forums saying so many different things. So many YouTubers saying. It's funny when it comes to like coins. YouTubers, they all say a whole bunch of different things. Like, it's almost everybody can predict it right now. Technically, right now, anybody can say anything about a coin's price and tell you it's going to do something, then next month say, I told you so. Like, anybody can do that. It's crypto, and who knows what's going to happen. Any more questions? Never mind. I hear a little dog.
No, Daddy.
Yes?
I need to tell you something.
Okay, what do you need? Alright. Little one needed something. Had to go for a second. Well, it repeats last move from 40 to 60. Little dog. Is there a baby in the background? The little one was. Yes. In the background. That's correct. Little one likes to pat on me sometimes. The odd time she'd sneak into the room and start grabbing my toes and stuff. And, you know, just trying to see if I'd say something. That's how kids are. I'm splitting a rug to run a card on Raven and Hive. Won't run two instances of the same miner on one rig. If using Team Red for Eth, can't use Team Red miner for Raven 2. I never actually tried that. Mining two different coins on the same rig with the same miner. It's probably it can probably be done. I can look into that. That might be a nice little trick to try to figure out, especially in the future. Dangerously high level. I have no idea. High level as in price or a high level as in who knows? I don't know if there's a dangerously high level per se. There's definitely going to be something where who knows? Governments will definitely say something. As crypto goes up, the governments want more in their pockets, so they'll just get stricter and stricter when it comes to taxing. And at the same time, they just say it's not real currency, so I don't even know why they want to dabble in it if they're not adapting it, which doesn't really make sense. But money is money, and they try to get their hands in anything they can. So if you saw a super high price jump and it stayed steady for a while, I imagine governments, USA, Canada, wherever, one will either try to straight out ban it, or two, they'll just try to get as much of it as possible. So for another miner, so two different instances. So you could try NB miner. I haven't really used that one much. Will it handle Raven? Maybe try NB miner. For 500k, people would kill each other for rigs. Oh, that's a good possibility too. If riots everywhere, do you imagine? Oh my gosh. That would be insane. Can you imagine a price of 500k? If it's shot to that, I don't even know. I couldn't imagine what would be going on. I definitely know it's like, I wish I did not sell at 2,000 Canadian. The pool, it all depends up to you. Let's have a look here. Mining pool stats, I didn't even spell it right, totally butchered it, but good thing Google fixes it for you. So Ethereum, here's all your pools. What's Flexpool at now? 1.54, so they came up a long way. When I first started with them, they were around 600 gigahash or something. So we're over doubled. But as for pools, you want to find something that's finding decent blocks. What also helps with that is, I guess, Etherscan. I don't spell that right either. I should have it actually right here. So look at all the pools that are finding blocks quite often. They just kind of balance that out with how many, like look at Sparkpool finds a lot, Ethermine finds a lot. Sparkpool I think is Chinese, but I'm not 100% sure, but they got a massive amount of hash rate. Like, that's a lot. So you got to kind of balance it out. I try to stay away from it's FPPS, PPS Plus and PPS, so like pay per shares. These lots are associated with NiceHash. Other things that could be bad is some huge mining farms and stuff. They can predict. Well, you can never really predict, but you can guess based on luck percentage and everything when a pool could find a block. this one's solo, so it's not really a good example, but you can see a lot of hash rate spikes in these. Like so, that means like people are coming and going constantly on these. So if you're mining there for a while on a PPS, that's not PPS either. Oh, it's not working out my favorite. But anyway, here's one. But if you worked in there and you're mining for a while and you know you're getting paid per your shares coming in, then some massive guy comes in like half an hour before a block is found and he like quadruples your hash rate in the last 2 days that you've been on the pool for. That is if like in between blocks, but he will steal like a lot of that block reward away from the other miners in there. Then he'll just take off, and that happens in your pay per share type of pools. Other people might have more insight in that than me. It's just some quick little thing you see, but you'll see a lot of ups and downs in pools. So it's nice to find a pool that has a nice steady hash rate. And usually those pools are the PPLNS where you get paid for staying on it longer, not instead of profit switches like NiceHash and stuff where they're in and out all the time. That kind of makes sense. Ethereum, well, myself, I recommend any pool. You can try them all. A lot of people are always trying different pools. I was on Ethermine for a long time. I liked it. I'm currently on Flexpool. I'm trying that out for a month hash rate test, but I enjoy it so far. It seems to be doing pretty good for me. It is a nice constant hash rate with a slight incline. It is getting bigger. But yeah, just pick up this website here, Mining Pool Stats, and it will have pools for like every coin. You can just kind of look in the middle and find a pool for any type of coin you want. Look, here's Raven. Let's take a look here. Actually, was that the total hash rate? Raven coin. Oh, that's just a USD exchange. Never mind. A lot of spiky. So here's a bunch of pools for Raven coin. I like to find something that's kind of in the middle and something that's not too far away. You don't want to have too far of a ping, then you get stales and everything. So you want to find pools that are closer to where you're actually living. Myself, a lot of jumping, a lot of in and outs. What's this? It looks Germany. I was going to say Russian. Look, here's something from Canada. Canadian. Yashnik, you got competition. This is Raven, though. A couple things to look at for a pool, anyway. Look like the facts current. What do we got going on? 500. Imagine. What pool do you recommend? Hey, what do you think? Good coins to mine, except Eth and Raven. Good coins to mine. I guess that would just take you to what to mine. And you just put in whatever your hash rate is, your cards. I'm just using 4 3060 Ti's as examples. Put in your power, and if I didn't want to mine Eth, I guess I'd go to Conflux. It looks profitable right now. In the end, you're a miner and you want what's profitable. So I just go to here, go down the list. Now, some people, they care more about the coin itself, so they'll try other things. There's a lot of people that are building rigs now just for strictly Raven coin. So you could be one of those guys. If you want Raven, just go there, and these are what your current profits are looking like. If you're just, I guess, like me, looking just for profitability, most miners are, then next in line would probably be Octopus. Oh, hey, psychological cow. I always get a tongue twister when I say that in my head. What's going on, buddy? No such thing as competition. All right, fair enough. If you're the big dog, you have no competition. So then there's no such thing. All right. One last thing I've noticed is if you're mining from the East Coast, East Coast, and you mine to a pool on the West Coast, you're best to mine to a pool in Europe. Also different sounds, so you don't need to change pools, only the server. Oh, bacon burger, nice. Oh, I'm hungry. I've been here for it's been a while. Alright guys, so guess I am going to have to end this out here. So I'd just like to thank everybody for showing up. If a time slot does pop up again next Sunday, maybe we'll try this again. But for the most part, I was going to try yesterday and earlier, but Panda and everybody has all the streaming time slots with all the Mev talk and 1559 going on. There's a lot of streams happening, so it's hard to find a time slot where it's actually available. But for the most part, I just like to thank everyone for showing up. Big hello, happy Sunday. Hope everyone has a great weekend, and I suppose I'll catch you guys next week. More videos in the making. Thanks for watching, guys. Rabid out.